Welcome to World of Monsters Versus, where you choose two monsters of any sort and find out who the victor will be in a battle, a full-out combat showdown, no limits! And for everything monster, don't forget to subscribe. Now here's your host, Monster Master Arthur!
Welcome to Versus, yes, monster battles, and if this is your first time, please be sure to subscribe down below and ding that bell to be reminded of future videos. So basically, yes, this is Monster versus Monster, where we discuss the battle, who would win between two monsters that you guys request, and at the end of every episode, we present the showdown, the battle. So in this excellent second episode, we've got the toothy Demogorgon of Stranger Things and the Xenomorph of Alien. Now before we begin, let us know in the comments below who you think should win and why.
Versus!
Let's begin with the first contestant, the Demogorgon, and cover its background very briefly. It's known as a creature that dwells in a realm named the Upside Down by the kids of Stranger Things, who linked it to the Upside Down of the D&D Dungeons & Dragons universe. And it's Demogorgon, which is very different. It was first presented to us when scientists managed to open a gate, abusing powerful minds such as Eleven's by forcing her to undergo experiments within which she made contact with the beast in a sort of astral dimension, which created a main gate and then sparking many other temporary rips. Be sure to check out our All About the Demogorgon video, where we discuss all sorts of theories of where this creature rooted from. And now for its strengths and abilities.
Strengths!
It's able to detect blood from far away. It has extra sensory, therefore it has no need for eyes. It's strong and fast. It is larger than the average human. It's decently stealthy, being suited for hunting. Very durable and adaptable, able to survive in a variety of different biomes and atmospheres. It has a dimension-crossing ability which it can use to surprise or run away from its opponent and escape, although it's not completely within its control. A powerful bite, very tough and resistant.
Weaknesses!
While it's beast-like, it can easily be outsmarted, and it lacks the ability to use tools or more complex strategies. The taste for blood, which can be easily used against the Demogorgon to lure it into a very dire situation. And now let's quickly cover the Xenomorph. And for this battle, I went to the roots, the original. I chose a Xenomorph drone, as we saw in the original Alien 1979 movie. It said homeworld is Proteus or a Xenomorph Prime. Now keep in mind that with Ridley's wild workings, it's hard to pin down the true original source of the Xenomorph at this time, or in other words, risky. Xenomorph Prime is said to have a similar atmosphere to LV-426, which is a natural satellite orbiting the ringed planet Kelpomus in the binary star system Zeta Reticuli. So that's that, but in this point in time, we note that David the Android had a lot, if not all, to do with creating the Xenomorphs, and possibly and hopefully the engineers as well. But all we have up to this point is Prometheus and Covenant. So if you're watching this in the future, don't get angry at me. Now for the Xenomorph's abilities and strengths. The drones, to be precise.
Strengths!
Intelligent beast. Yes, it's beast-like, but it has proven to have the ability to learn and have enough intelligence to be self-aware of its interior acidic contents. And speaking of its acidic content, it's acidic blood, which it can actually use to its advantage. Although keep in mind that the drone does not have that ability to spit it. It's an ambush attacker with the ability to stay in suspended animation for long periods of time. It's stealthy and it has a tail weapon, which may vary in different designs, but is bladed, prehensile. It can cut, stab, whip, and slam against foes. Powerful, inner mouth, fast, a tough exoskeleton, very durable, able to survive outer space conditions. High sensory, proposed to be able to sense pheromones, hence fear determining its hostility.
Weaknesses!
Beast-like, if inexperienced, instinctual, and very predictable, and high aggression could lead it to make obvious mistakes. the matchup itself I think is excellent. They're similar in size, mentality, durability, and adaptability, and even with their power bites. The Xenomorph may possibly be more intelligent, but we really haven't seen enough of the Demogorgon. So overall, the strengths and weaknesses of these two contestants are quite similar and very well balanced to each other. So who do I think would win? The Xenomorph has more weaponry, and though the Demogorgon has that dimensional jump ability, the Xenomorph may actually be able to outsmart it. Considering the Demogorgon is not known for using objects or any sort of weapons for that matter, a blind bite into the Xenomorph's acidic flesh may equal doom. Although on the other hand, the Demogorgon is larger and stronger. But will that size and strength difference be enough to defeat the alien, the Xenomorph?
No limits!
And now finally you've reached the showdown. Let's see who wins.
Our battle begins with the Xenomorph feeding on a corpse in the sewer. The Demogorgon detects the blood and jumps right in. The Xenomorph immediately looks up, and in their crazed ferocity, they charge at one another. The Demogorgon's reach keeps the Xenomorph at a distance, but the Xenomorph punctures the Demogorgon's dangerous mouthpart. Enraged, the Demogorgon throws the Xenomorph against the wall and retreats into a portal. The Xenomorph gets back up and carefully stalks about in search of its newfound foe. But as it so does, it gets ambushed by the Demogorgon. The Demogorgon bites the Xenomorph's shoulder. Acid melts at the Demogorgon's mouth, and the injured Xenomorph tries to retaliate, but the Demogorgon lunges it against another wall and stumbles in retreat. The Xenomorph quickly jumps onto its back and starts puncturing with its inner mouth. They battle, but the Xenomorph continues to puncture at the back and the front. The Demogorgon eventually falls. The Xenomorph looks about, realizing its disability, and walks away into the darkness, to rest somewhere or to await its death. Not much is known of the Xenomorph's healing capabilities, but I'd reckon it would be above ours. What say you? Do you think the Xenomorph survived this? Will it fully heal or remain disabled? Maybe with a weakness in the arm, allowing for very limited motion.
Well, as predicted, but what if the Demogorgon had experience with this creature, or was a bit more intelligent and knew of the Xenomorph's acidic blood? Maybe from a previous observation or battle. But even then, how would it deal with the Xenomorph? Would it use the environment to its advantage? Maybe appear somewhere or surprise the Xenomorph from behind and throw it off a cliff, if there were to be a cliff or something like that? Obviously, in various situations, either one could win. It's a great matchup, but I would still have to give the upper claw to the great Xenomorph. I mean, with a sliced, injured tail, it could whip its acidic blood all over its foe for celestial being's sake. So overall, I think this is a fair assessment of what a battle would look like between the two in most situations. But do let me know, what do you think? And if you really disagree, then we may just have to schedule a rematch. So, while you're at it, do check out our channel page where we got videos on all sorts of creatures, of movies, of TV series, of mythology, as well as our two-part videos, each going in depth and talking about everything you've ever wanted to know about these two creatures, the Demogorgon and the Xenomorph.
If you really haven't yet, be sure to subscribe down below, leave us a like if you're happy with the outcome of this battle, or let us know down below how you think it should have ended, or what you think should have happened. Check us out on all that social media stuff, links down below, and let us know who or what you would like to see battle down in the next episode of World of Monsters vs.